When was the first time that you said, "Oh, you didn't know," and what was the meaning behind it originally?
Yeah, so I don't remember the date, but I do remember it was a house show, and the Underfaker, Brian Lee, Chains of DOA fame, uh, he always was a great friend of mine, and we would mess around. And back then, it was, you better fax somebody. Oh, you better you page somebody. We were saying all kind of different stuff. And so one night we were messing around backstage right before my match, and he came up and unbuttoned my tag title, and I turned around. I was cussing him out. And I said, "When I get back here, and he's like, "Oh, you better call somebody." I said, "Okay, okay." So here I went out the door, and literally the music went bow, 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 and I said, "Oh, you didn't know?" it was to totally just make him laugh. Like the one guy that I'd been messing with backstage was totally to make him laugh, but it sounded so decent and it fit so well in between the guitar riffs that I thought the next night, I'm gonna do that again. Back then we were working 20 nights a week. And so it was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna try that again tomorrow night, see if it was just a one-time thing or whatever. And, the rest is history.
Wow. I feel
But that's
like there
how
were
everything happened, man. We used to just be, stone cold. All that crap was just in the rock, and everything just was. It was the timing, man. It was gold. It was the golden era, and so anything and everything caught on. They were chopping people's peepees for the love of Pete.
but I don't chopping people's babies. I don't feel like the freedom is there though if someone came up with something super original now in this era that they could get away with it.
Yeah, I do think it would have to be run up a totally different flagpole than mine was, because back then, literally, our whole gimmick was just give me a microphone and I'll talk us down to the ring. Well, then they gave us some ring music, and we were like, oh, cool, we got music now. Back in the day, sometimes you didn't have music at all. You just came to the ring, and
Yeah.
so back, you got some music, and you're like, oh, cool, and they were invested in us, and so I heard the music. I did it one time. It stuck, and the rest is history.
And then how did you come up with the shtick that would be the thing that you guys said every single week? How did you know
Yeah.
what would work?
So, I mean, I think I stole that from like a Ringling Brothers or when you come to the fair or whatever, the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, step right up and get, it's just the carnival barker. And so
Yeah.
it was basically that I just kind of modified to fit me and Billy's names and in the New Age Outlaws. And then I would just tweak it ever so gently, you know what I mean, to say something about the town, or to say something about the talent we're about to work with, or something where you just modify it. You give them the sing song part that they can holler at you, with you, but then you just tweak it to make it personalized for that city, I guess.